How India's central bank helped spur a digital payment boom. Billions of transactions underscore gains from countries' unique partnership. The Reserve Bank of India's headquarters, opened in 1981, is a high-rise building clad in white towering over Mumbai's Fort District, a few blocks from the waterfront. The RBI is also a pillar of the country, a rapidly growing digital payments network, and a lesson in cooperation between a central bank and private firms. India's digital payment volume has climbed at an average annual rate of about 50% over the past 5 years. That itself is one of the world's fastest growth rates, but its expansion has been even more rapid, about 160% annually in India's unique real-time mobile enabled system. The Unified Payments Interface is called UPI. Transactions more than doubled to 5.86 billion in June from a year earlier, as the number of participating banks jumped 44% to 330. Values nearly doubled in the same period. In addition, the RBI in March introduced a UPI for feature phones, older devices with buttons instead of a touch screen, that can potentially connect 400 million users in distant rural areas. The UPI system was introduced in 2016. The shock of demonetization initiative followed near the end of that same year, when high denominations banknotes were withdrawn from circulation. UPI was a response to the nation's patchwork of rules and paperwork for payments. The goal was to make transfer easier and safer by allowing multiple bank accounts on the same mobile platform for individual and business use alike. It rapidly came of age. The UPI network's genesis traces back even further to 2006, when the RBI and Indian Banks Association jointly formed the National Payments Corporation of India. It's called NPCI. The goal was to be an umbrella institution for digitalization of retail payments, and it was incorporated as a non-profit company intent to provide India's people a public good. This public good approach to providing digital financial infrastructure is relevant for all economies, whatever their stage of development. Researchers at the Bank for International Settlements wrote in 2019 paper, Multiple Payment System. Growth for individual digital payment users is set to triple in 5 years to 750 million, according to NPCI Chief Executive Officer Dilip Asbe. Merchant users could double to 100 million. The central bank fosters a varied ecosystem of payment system, he said, including RuPay, a debit and credit card issuer with a large market share, the National Financial Switch Cash Machine Network, and a payment system using the National Identity Program to bring banking to underserved areas. RBI was determined that a country our size needs multiple payment systems so citizens can choose from multiple payment options. He said a system like UPI cannot come into any country unless the central bank and the government of the country are keen to bring in such an innovation which democrat, which democratizes the payment system to the smallest value and the most reasonable cost. UPI is nearly free today for consumers in India, and the government is providing incentives for promotion of UPI merchant payments. With a with a burgeoning cashless society, the old ways are increasingly forgotten by the country's hundreds of millions of young people. It is they who have helped swell the ranks of users of Paytm, one of the world's largest mobile money services providers, to more than 400 million. Anchita Nair, an entrepreneur and co-founder of the New Delhi-based arts and culture organization Culture uses Paytm for sales and Razorpay platform for online transfers. For personal use, she prefers Google Pay, another of India's most popular platforms. Monetary transactions can be done quickly and convincingly. She said the younger generation are more and more using cashless methods such as UPI and wallets, and we wanted to make transactions easier for them who also have small value transactions happening for some of our products, and it reduces the hassle of handling cash. With the money, with the memory of cash lines already rapidly fading since the beginning of the smartphone era. The pandemic helped further accelerate the embrace of contactless digital transactions, especially for small amounts as people try to protect themselves from the virus. Just watch our next video for open stack technology. The transaction piggybacked on another unique domestic innovation, the India Stack, a digital identity of payment system built on an open application programming interface or API. It has been a force for greater financial inclusion by making services easier for consumers to access, including by incorporating the National Identity Program Aadhaar with 1.3 billion users. Thank you.